Heaven Official's Blessing. Chapter 26. Audio source: WuXiaWorldAudiobook.com. Dallying Hualien, Nightfall in Sinner's Pit. The story was getting more complex and convoluted, Xie Lian thought, and asked, "General, why did the Banyu head priestess open the fortress gates to the enemy?" Instead of answering, Mo said instead, "You killed my brothers. I won't answer your questions. I will fight you instead." "I killed them. He didn't do anything," San Lang said. "You can answer his questions and fight me." Well, that was irrefutable logic, Xie Lian thought. Mo yelled angrily, "You're both taking orders from that bitch. There is no difference." Xie Lian immediately said, "General Mo, I think you've mistaken something. We've traveled across the Gobi Desert to get rid of the head priestess of Banyu. How can we be her underlings?" Hearing that Xie Lian was actually there to destroy the head priestess, Mo fell silent. He then asked, "If you weren't helping her, then why did you kill my brothers?" "Only she would do such a thing," Xie Lian explained logically. "Isn't it because you were throwing us into the pit and we had to defend ourselves?" Mo yelled angrily, "Nonsense. I didn't throw any one of you. I even caught you. You all jumped down yourselves." Now Xie Lian really didn't know how to continue the conversation, having really thought about what went down. So he said, even if we didn't get thrown, there would have been others who would get thrown in, so there was no way we could just sit back and watch it all happen." "You're eating people, for heaven's sakes." Just the mention of it seemed to make Mo boil with hatred. Eating humans was all that bitch's fault. It looked like this hatred runs deep. Xie Lian said, "General, we're all trapped in the bottom of this pit now. Stop cursing and let's think of a way out. What's the real story behind the head priestess of Banyu?" Mo said coolly, "The two of you are sly and unjust, fighting me 2-on-1. I can't win, but I won't answer any more of your questions." Xie Lian felt a little exasperated, and rubbed his forehead. "I only smacked you once. Just once." He didn't mind being called sly or unjust. If the situation called for it, never mind 2-on-1, he could bring 100 to beat one down. Who cared about 1-on-1? But earlier, San Lang obviously had the upper hand even while carrying him, and told Xie Lian not to fight too. Mo seemed to think he could have won if it had been just him and San Lang though, and Xie Lian felt bad for him. San Lang wasn't feeling bad at all though, and happily said, "Yes, I'm the one who beat you. Problem? Still trying to act tough?" Mo said. "Fighting me together, now talking me down together. Too cunning. I won't answer anything." Mo was incredibly uncooperative, but Xie Lian wasn't worried. Mo seemed to be the type that could easily be made to spill his beans, and they've got time, not a problem. San Lang, on the other hand, didn't have the same patience, and lazily said, "You better answer his questions, for the sake of your brothers." "You already killed them," Mo said. "Don't think you can use them to threaten me. They are dead, but their corpses are still around," San Lang replied. Mo became alarmed. "What are you going to do?" San Lang smirked. "That depends on what you want to do." Just by his voice, Xie Lian could imagine San Lang cocking his eye. "Do you want their next lives to be fortuitous or be reborn as a pool of blood?" Mo stopped, but soon understood what San Lang meant, and exploded. The people of Banyu took death and funerals extremely seriously. They believed that however the deceased looked at their death will be how they shall be reborn. For instance, if the deceased was missing an arm, then they shall be reborn handicapped. If the corpses in this pit were to be destroyed, then what shall their rebirths be like? From his attitude and actions, it was clear General Mo is a purebred Banyuanese, and would hold those beliefs dear to his heart. Using his treasured brothers to threaten him wasn't a bad idea. As expected, on the other side of the dark pit, Mo held his breath in rage but finally relented helplessly. "Don't touch the bodies of my brothers. They were good, brave soldiers. It was already a tragedy to be trapped in the pit for so many years. I don't know if being killed by you is a blessing or not, but I won't have their corpses be trashed." He paused and asked, "Are you really here to kill that bitch?" Xie Lian replied warmly, "No lie. The more we know, the more chance we'll have at winning. Not much is known about the head priestess of Ban Yu on the outside. We have no idea how to fight her. But you have worked under her before in the past, perhaps you can enlighten some things for us." Maybe it was because they shared the same enemy, the head priestess of Ban Yu, that a sort of bond was developed. Or perhaps in an inescapable chasm, atop the dead bodies of his soldiers, Kamo became disheartened, but whatever it may be, the general ceased the will to attack them. "You don't know why she opened the gates. Because she's against us. She hates us. She hates the Ban Yu kingdom." Xie Lian asked, "How did the head priestess of Ban Yu?" "That wicked witch," Kamo corrected. It seemed he no longer wished to recognize the black-clad girl as the head priestess. "All right, the wicked witch," Xie Lian said. "What do you mean she hates you? How did she become the head priestess?" Reading between the lines of endless curses, Xie Lian finally understood the general story as told by Kamo. The head priestess of Ban Yu was born of a Ban Yu woman and a Midlands man. Living on the border with endless hatred and skirmishes, things were difficult, and the Midlands man finally had enough and moved away from the border back to the Midlands. Although it was an amicable divorce, the Ban Yu woman soon passed away from heartache. They left behind a child of 6 to 7 years old. Without any guardians, the child wandered the streets, hungry and desperate. The couple had received cold shoulders everywhere when they were around, and now their daughter too received contempt wherever she went. The people of Ban Yu were tall and buff, and saw beauty in strength and liveliness, but this girl was born of mixed blood, and appeared small and scrawny amongst the Ban Yu children. She grew up being bullied, and became more and more sullen. The Ban Yu children wouldn't play with her, but some Midlands children did pay attention to her. When this girl was 12, a battle broke out between the two armies, and after this fight, the girl disappeared. She had no friends nor families in Ban Yu, so no one noticed or cared when she vanished. The next time she appeared was a different story. Turns out, in the few years that she was gone, she walked thousands of miles and crossed the Gobi Desert to the Midlands. No one knew what kind of encounters she had had, but she returned having learned black magic, and could control the venomous creature most feared by the Ban Yu, the scorpion-tailed snakes. Upon her return, besides being impressed, many were also afraid. That was because the girl's personality never changed, still gloomy and unsociable. There were also many who bullied her in the past. If she were to enter the palace and become a high-ranking official, wouldn't she one day seek revenge against them? Thus, they reported her to the monarchy as an evil manipulator of the scorpion-tailed snakes who will bring downfall to the kingdom, and should be hung. At the time, Kamo was already a distinguished fierce warrior. After having worked with her a few times, Kamo found her agreeable, capable, steady, and a law-abiding citizen without any malicious intent in harming the kingdom. He became her guarantor and helped her push back the rumors. Moreover, Kamo himself grew up bullied and could understand her strife, so naturally he paid more attention to her. The more attention he paid, the more he realized just how powerful this girl was, and thus endorsed her all the way, helping her reach the position of head priestess, becoming what was later recorded as the most loyal supporter of the head priestess of Ban Yu. But who knew the head priestess had grudge deep in her heart and was adept at disguising her true intentions. She hated the Ban Yu kingdom to the core, and only learned black magic to take revenge against the country, and the way she did it was to open the fortress gates amidst the biggest battle. Kamo, who was fighting hard against the enemies, went mad with rage when he heard the head priestess had opened the gates. No matter how tough he was, one could not win alone against so many. But if he was destined to die in the battlefield, he will take her down with him. So, he led a small troop of soldiers and rushed to the fortress tower, apprehended the head priestess, dragged her to the sinner's pit and hung her head. After the enemy troops passed, Banyu Kingdom became a kingdom of death. The head priestess and the general who died in this battle also became trapped within, transforming and menaced themselves. Neither could leave the ruins, but both held mutual hatred for one another. Kamo and his soldiers were forever cursed to hunt down the head priestess, and every time they capture her they would hang her, dead, over the sinner's pit once more. She in turn drew a spiritual array around the perimeters of the pit, making it inescapable, and would throw the soldiers in. The soldiers, heavy with grudge, could only eat fresh flesh to relieve their hatred, otherwise they will howl the nights relentlessly without appeasement. To see his once brave soldiers transformed thus, Kamo's heart was heavy with agony. Good thing the head priestess' scorpion-tailed snakes were aggressive, and would often leave the ruins to hunt about. The caravans wounded by the scorpion-tailed snakes would then enter the fallen fortress in search of the Shanwei fern and be captured by Kamo, and thrown into the sinner's pit to relieve his trapped soldiers. Xie Lian was enraptured by the story as it continued, and only when Kamo had stopped for a long while, had he come to and asked, "The field of Shanwei fern in the palace grounds, was it grown by you? That mud face was buried by you?" "That's right," Kamo replied. "That man buried in the mud was a thief who wanted to rob the royal treasures. But our kingdom was cleaned out over 200 years ago, so instead, he found himself becoming fertilizer." Hearing this, Xie Lian became silent. He thought Kamo was lying. Or, at least, Kamo was hiding something. This band of Banyu soldiers had the conscience to grow the Shanwei ferns, even to the point of using live humans as fertilizers, meant even if they were no longer humans themselves, their fear for the scorpion-tailed snakes did not diminish. Thus, this fear must be stronger when they were still alive. However, if the head priestess could control their most feared scorpion-tailed snakes, how could she be so easily dragged down from the tower to hang over the sinner's pit? According to Kamo, in the past 200-some years, he had captured the head priestess over and over, and had hung her dead repeatedly. And the snakes that would leave the fortress to prey was also of interest. An accident? Were there really such convenient accidents? Or were they intentionally set off by the headed priestess? If that's the case, then wouldn't it be helping Kamo catch live humans to feed his soldiers? That couldn't be described as mutual hatred. The array around the sinner's pit was drawn by the headed priestess. If she could activate it, she could also deactivate it. Meaning, even if she were to sweep the soldiers down into the pit, she could also let them out. But then, why would they relentlessly fight each other, pretending to be enemies? And in all of this mess there was also the mysterious lady in white and her companion. After much thought, Xie Lian decided to ask more questions and figure out just how much of Kamo's words were believable. "General Kamo, when we first entered the fortress, we saw two ladies, one in white, and the other in black." "Shush!" San Lang whispered and stopped him. Xie Lian didn't know what was going on but closed his mouth immediately. A strange hunch made him look up. It was the same framed, navy blue sky with a crescent moon. But, next to the moon, he saw a person. A small, black-clad silhouette peered over the edge and was looking down. After watching them for a bit, the little form suddenly grew bigger. It had jumped over. As the figure fell, Xie Lian could see clearly that it was gaunt with long, loose hair. It was the head priestess that was hanging on the pole. End chapter.